वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषये भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिम् यत्कृपात्तमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। You can repeat. अथ षष्ठोऽध्यायः।
अथ षष्ठोऽध्यायः।
श्रीभगवानुवाच
श्रीभगवानुवाच
from shloka number 10. योगी युञ्जीत सततम्
योगी युञ्जीत सततम्
sorry yeah correct आत्मानं रहसि स्थितः
आत्मानं स्थितः
एकाकीयत चित्तात्मा
एकाकीयत चित्तात्मा
निराशीर परिग्रहः
निराशीरपरिग्रहः
शुचौ देशे प्रतिष्ठाप्य
शुचौ देशे प्रतिष्ठाप्य
स्थिरमासनमात्मनः
स्थिरमासनमात्मनः
नात्युच्छ्रितं नातिनीचम्
नात्युच्छ्रितं नातिनीचम्
शैलाजिनकुशोत्तरम्
शैलाचिनकुशोत्तरम्
तत्रैकाग्रं मनः कृत्वा
तत्रैकाग्रं मनः कृत्वा
यतचित्तेन्द्रियक्रियः
यतचित्तेन्द्रियक्रियः
उपविश्यासने युञ्ज्यात्
उपविश्यासने युञ्ज्यात्
योगमात्मविशुद्धये
योगमात्मविशुद्धये
समं कायशिरो ग्रीवम्
समं कायशिरो ग्रीवम्
धारयन्नचलं स्थिरः
धारयन्नचलं स्थिरः
सम्प्रेक्ष्य नासिकाग्रं स्वम्
नासिकाग्रं स्वम्
यशश्चानवलोकयन्
दिशश्चानवलोकयन्.
Up to the 13th mantra we have, shloka. Up to 13th shloka we have seen. So I started starting from the 10th shloka up to this shloka, 13th. The steps, the antaranga sadhana, the steps for the preparation of meditation, nididhyasana, antaranga sadhana. Bhagiranga sadhana is karma yoga, upasana. That is Bhagiranga sadhana. Here dhyanam as nididhyasanam for the removing for the removal of pratibandhas, the obstacles which come in the way of this assimilation of this knowledge, which come in the way of not able to enjoy the result of this jnana. Jnanam is you are already free. That is jnanam. Then I should be free. I should not worry. I should not have any concern. I should not be bothered by anything happening to me or anything happening around. But there is always yeah, it's always here the background, the tune of the shoka tune, dukki dukki iti. So that is samsara. In spite of having listened to Shastram, then the ajnana karya, that is this shoka, moha, that is the shoka, moha, the raga, shoka, moha, all this, they seem to be still having impact on me. So that's why I said the result of this jnanam seem to be not enjoyed. If jnanam is there, then I should be free. I should have that, the benefit of this jnana palam. You should enjoy the benefit of this jnana palam. It is not some knowledge, theoretical knowledge, and then do practice. There is no theory first and then practice later. It is pramanam. Shastra being a pramanam, when pramana vyapara happens, the knowledge arises, the knowledge removes ajnanam, then you are free. You recognize your freedom. You recognize yourself to be free. So that then it means you should enjoy that being free all the time. So that doesn't happen because of the pratibandha, the obstacles. Therefore, this dhyanam, otherwise called nididhyasanam, it is for pratibandha nivrittaye. Pratibandha nivrittaye, dhyanam, nididhyasanam. What we Vedanta students, we call it as nididhyasanam. What is called dhyanam? In general, it is called nididhyasanam by the students of Vedanta. So, the chapter is dhyana, but it is nididhyasanam because you know the dhyaya vishaya. If you don't know Shastram, you have not studied Shastram, you have not done vichara of the words of the Shastram, it means you have not done Atma vichara. Shastra vichara is Atma vichara. Not inquired into the words of the Shastram. The words of the Shastram reveals only you, the Atma. Therefore, Shastra vichara is nothing but Atma vichara. That is what really self-inquiry is. Otherwise, how the self can be inquired? Who am I will not, Swamiji used to say, who am I will lead you nowhere. Who am I? Who am I? What you know about you? What you know about you? I know myself to be without Shastra Gyaram, without exposure to Shastram, Pramanam. I know myself to be this body, mind, sense complex only. So if I inquire who am I, where it will lead? Maybe I may go move from body to mind, but it will be stuck somewhere. Mind. So therefore, this is limitation. In fact, this is not inquiry. This is not self-inquiry. Self-inquiry without Shastram is not possible. If at all there is vichara of the self, vichara of the Atma vichara, then it has to be only through Shastra Shravanam. So therefore, Atma vichara implies Shastra Shravanam. Pramanatvat, being a Pramanam. So, Atma vichara implies Shastram, exposure to Shastram. All the conditions apply. What are the conditions? We keep repeating the same conditions. Guru Upasadanam, Shastragyopi Brahmanveshanam, Swayam na kuryat. One by himself, he should not study the Shastram. Always go to the Guru, and Guru also should command the Sampradaya. Therefore, that with the Pradipatena. So all these protocol imply. So with that, the Shastram is the Jnanam which is presented by the Shastram is gained. That Jnanam alone will fructify in the form of what we call the realization. That is Atma Sakshatkara. We don't use the word realization. Atma Sakshatkara. What I thought myself to be this limited body sense complex, that notion is removed. The notion, it is only a notion that is removed. Then where this I, that agam, so far which has been placed in the shariram, now it is identified with Atma, Brahma, Jagat Karanam Brahma. Therefore, Brahma is free means Atma is free. I am free. If I am free, then I should be always free. I should enjoy that freedom all the time. I don't seem to enjoy because there are pratibandhas. Therefore, only Nididhyasanam. Therefore, Nididhyasanam is nothing but the means to remove the pratibandha. Or to put it in other words, to improve the sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, what we call adhikaritvam. To improve the adhikaritvam, fine refinement of the person. See, only three things are involved. Pramata, Pramanam, Prameyam. Nothing else. Only three. Pramata, Pramanam, Prameyam. When Pramana is operated, Jnanam should happen. Jnanam should arise. There is no other way. In spite of Pramanam, if Jnanam doesn't happen, doesn't arise, there must be problem in the Pramanam, may not be the right means of knowledge, or there may be problem with the pramata or maybe problem with the prameya. Such object which is revealed by the means of knowledge itself doesn't exist, possible. But that is not so. Pramanam, Shastram is a Pramanam, there is no doubt with that because we have Shraddha, Guru Vakyeshu, Shastreshu, Vishwasa, Shraddha, we have. And with regard to Prameya also, we don't have any doubt. Atma, Brahma, Brahmatmaham, iti. And we have been listening to the Shastram for a long time, associated with good people, sadhu, satsanga, etc. Therefore, we have conviction in what the Shastram says. Shraddha means Shraddha with regard to Pramanam, and what the Shastram means, Prameya. So both. So Shraddha implies both. Therefore, no problem with regard to the Pramanam and the Prameya. Then where the problem lies? Should be with the Pramata. It should be with the Pramata. With the eyes you are not able to see, doesn't mean the objects are not there. Objects are present, you are not able to see, means the problem with the eyes, the problem with the Pramata. The problem with the spectacles of the Pramata. Therefore, the Pramata has to clean the spectacle again, wear it and then see. Then the object will be seen. Similarly, here also, it's a problem with the Pramata, problem in the form of this Pratibandhas, obstructions. Pratibandha nivruttaye nididhyasanam. That is what we call the Pratibandhas, viparita bhavana, habitual tendencies, that contradictions, which is because of the habit. Habit is a very serious thing. Habit. What has been nurtured, what has been practiced for a long time, that becomes a habit. And to remove that habit, to change the habit, any habit for that matter, is not easy. It takes time. So therefore, nididhyasanam. So having done Bhagiranga sadhana, that is sufficiently prepared by Karma Yoga and Upasana, and because of that he has gained certain Antakarna Shuddhi, then exposed to Shastram. And now for the removal of the certain Pratibandhas, for the refinement of the Adhikari, now Nididhyasana is undertaken, and that is the what we call Dhyanam, as it is said in the Gita, 6th chapter. It's called Dhyana Yoga. It's called Dhyana Yoga. And for that, Antaranga Sadhanam. That's Antaranga Sadhanam means the sadhanam which are required for Nididhyasana, which are required before Nididhyasana. And that is what dealt in these shlokas, numbers from 10th to 13th shloka. The steps which are to be followed prior to Dhyana. Antaranga Sadhanani. What are the sadhanani? The person, ekaki, being alone and in a calm and quiet place, not having the longing for the objects, nirashihi, aparika, similarly without any possession, then in a clean place, having spread his asana, and asana should be chailajina kushottaram, how the asana should be prepared, and where the asana should be na ati uchritam, na ati nicham, neither too high nor too low, and having restrained the mind and the indriyas, yatachittendriya kriyaha, ekagram manaha krutva, focusing the mind, concentrating on the mind on the dhyaya vishya, the atma. May he sit in the asanam and practice nididhyasanam for atma shuddhaye, for pratibandha nivruttaye. And also he has to sit in such a way that is kaya, the sharira, the shiras, and the neck, griva, all they remain in the straight line, perpendicular to the ground. This should be perpendicular to, there should not be any bend. The head should not bend backwards or frontward. So when you sleep, your head bends down. Should not be. So it should be straight. Similarly, some people, they meditate with their head turned back. So that also should not be, so it should be straight. There again, achalam, not moving, stiraha, remaining in a steady posture, focusing the mind between the eyebrows. It means the eye should be half closed. You can close it completely, but completely if you close, you may fall asleep. If you open, then you will be seeing the things happening around. Therefore, half closing. Asik. That's called sampreksha nasikagram swam. And as I told, we can add pranayama also before meditation. That is also comes as antaranga sadhana. And this is chana avalokayan, not seeing here and there. Like when we travel in the bus, we are like monkey spectators. We see all the posters here and there. We will see. We'll forget our destination where to get down. So mind is so extrovert, we'll be seeing all around. And that should not happen. This is chana avalokayan. Avalokayan. These are the preparatory steps. Now, after this comes the main topic, that is the Nididhyasanam. That is the 14th shloka, which we have to read. Let us read this. Prashantatma vigatabhihi.
प्रशान्तात्माति गच्छति
This chant. Brahmachari vrate stitaha.
ब्रह्मचारी स्थितः
Manas samyamya machittaha.
मनस्संयम्यमच्युतः
Yukta asita matparaha.
युक्त आसीत् मत्परः
So here the sadhanam is talked about. That is the meditation, nididhyasanam. All the words are important. Prashantatma. Prashantatma, here atma is mind. Antakaranam ityartaha. Let the mind be prashanta, shanta, shanta, prakarshena shanta, prashanta. Meaning the mind should be relaxed. The mind should be relaxed. For meditation, the mind should be relaxed. The meditator, the dhyayi, the yogi, the language of the Gita, it is yogi. Yogi yunjita satatam, they say. Yogi means dhyayi. That is the person, the meditator. He must be prashantatma. That is, the person must have gained certain degree of that shanti, relative shanti. For gaining absolute shanti, he must have relative shanti. Absolute shanti is not the shanti generally what we say when when someone passes away. We say shanti, that is not a shanti. Om shanti, we say. That is not a shanti. Absolute shanti is Swarupa shanti. Atma whose nature is shanti. That is what our goal is. That shanti is myself, but I don't know. So to know that I am that, one must have a relative degree of tranquility. The shanti, the mind should enjoy. The mind should enjoy the mind should be relatively tranquil, relatively peaceful. With a troubled mind, you cannot sit for meditation. When you are troubled, you can do pranayama, but you cannot sit for meditation. Meditation requires the mind which is relaxed. So relaxation itself is the preparatory step for meditation. First is relaxation of the body, relaxation of the mind. In any the sadhana, the relaxation is important. Even for yoga abhyasa, yogasana, there are also relaxation. Starts with the relaxing the body, ends with relaxation. That is why shavasana at the end, complete relaxation. So here, prashantatma, referring to the person. Prashantatma, the person who enjoys a certain degree of tranquility, shanti. How does he enjoy? That is by Bhagiranga sadhana, that is by karma yoga. Because he is a karma yogi, he led the life of the karma yoga. So therefore, his mind is now relatively peaceful, tranquil, prashantatma. So prashantatma refer to the person who has a mind which is relatively relaxed. Relatively relaxed for gaining the complete relaxation, that is in the form of discovering oneself. That is the end. So prashantaha atma antakarana yasya saha. So the Bhagavad Samasa, referring to the person. So this person, the meditator, prashantatma, another word qualifies this person. Vikata bhihi. Bhihi means bayaha, fear, bayam. Bhihi means bayam. So Vikata bhihi means bayam, not only baya. Baya means baya, worry, concern, anxiety, everything. It's only a upalakshana, fear. So we free from worries. Free from worries, not brooding over the not brooding over the past events or about the life. Now, because you are sitting for meditation, therefore you need to keep this everything away, as we saw in the last chapter, fifth chapter at the end. At the end of the fifth chapter, we saw that last three shlokas where the Bhagavan said, let the external things be external. May the external things be external. You don't bring them inside. That which is external, let it remain external. In fact, those steps are also to be included as part of the Antaranga sadhana. So there even pranayama and all is mentioned. Pashan krutva bhagirvagyam chakchush shaivantare bhruvoho pranapano samo krutva nasabhyantara charino. The last chapter, 27th shloka, also can be included as part of the Antaranga sadhana. Even though not mentioned here, you can connect here. All these are good homework. Yes, for Antaranga sadhana, what are the Antaranga sadhana? So for that, we can take the shloka from other chapters also if it is connected. Suppose from the last chapter, 27th shloka also can be taken as the Antaranga sadhana. So Vigata bhihi, so free from fear. Vigata bhihi, yasmat saha, that is from the person, the fear has gone. The fear, what is the fear? The fear is either with regard to uh, the events of the life or the fear of meditation. The fear of meditation. In the meditation, the person may think, I may lose myself. The person doesn't want to lose his self, his ahankara. The ahankara is so strong, it doesn't want get to dissolve in this. In fact, there is no dissolution here. You don't disappear when you do meditation. You don't also go out of this body when you sit for meditation. There's a fear of something unusual happening, fear of death. Then all doesn't happen unless there is any other reason for it to happen. So that could be a fear of meditation, or the fear of the problems of the life, the events, what happening around. The fear of unknown, encounter with the unknown. So all these doesn't have any really basis. So therefore, this fear is because of lack of inquiry, lack of understanding. The word fear itself, we say, false entity appearing real. That's called fear. The object, any object which causes a fear means there is some adhyasa. The object itself cannot cause fear. There is a notion. You think that is a threat, or that is a that causes danger, that causes some harm. That is, it is imagined to be. That which is not, it is imagined. If you analyze, if you do the inquiry of that, then you see it doesn't really cause problem. When something really causes a problem, that is different thing. But that is not a fear. That is being pragmatic. That is being practical. Being practical, and that is different. And fear is different. Fear of walking alone in the night. Fear of being alone in the night. So that is why that fear is. You assume something invisible to be around. That is fear, false entity, and for you it becomes real. So you are afraid. So somebody used to say that the way to solve the fear is welcoming the feeling of fear. You welcome the fear. When there is resistance, the more the resistance, the more the fear will be. But when you open yourself to that fear, you become a conduit, a pipe. Let the fear pass through. Then the fear is no more a fear. The first step to encounter the fear is to accept the fear. And little vichara, inquiry, as I told, this false entity that alone appears as real. So it is unreal. So the fear goes away. Therefore, the fear implies imagination. So therefore, Vigata Vihi, the person is being free from fear. All these are obstacles. Therefore, Vigata Vihi, Vitaraha Bhayakrodaha, as we saw in the second chapter, Siddhadihi Munihi Uchyate. After Jnanam, the person becomes Vitaraha Bhayakrodaha, the fear of samsara. There it is samsara, fear of samsara goes away. So therefore, the fear, which is because of wrong understanding or because of sufficient inquiry, the fear, so that being free from that is also a prerequisite. Then another important qualification for this person, brahmachari vrate stitaha, the one who is stitaha, who remains with the vrata, the vow of a brahmachari. The brahmachari means not the person who is not married. If that is so, then nobody can do nididhyasana. Nobody can do nididhyasana, and nobody can become a mukta. Nobody can gain moksha. Brahmachari Vatyasitaha means only brahmacharis are allowed. Then what will happen to Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyasi? Even Sannyasi also. The Sannyasi has taken sannyasa from brahmachari directed sannyasa. May be possible if they take literally the statement, but it is not the meaning here. Brahmachari Vrate Stitaha means it refers to a particular way of life. Like the brahmachari means Brahmani Acharaha, Brahmacharaha, and the one who does is Brahmacharin. That is, the study of Vedas is what is referred to by the word. Brahmachari is one who is committed to the study of Shastram. Who is committed to the study of Shastram. Shastram, how does he study? Not by himself. He has to go to the Guru. Therefore, going to the Guru and doing service to the Guru, service to the teacher, therefore Guru Shushusha or Ashrama Shushusha. So all these are implied. These are the activities, or this is a protocol of being a brahmachari. So he commits himself to the service of the teacher in order to gain knowledge from the Shastram. Therefore, he is committed to the Shastra. Commitment to the Shastra. That is what brahmachari vrata. The vrata is commitment to the study of the Shastram. So he is more committed, therefore, he is less exposed to the world, more committed to the Shastram, and therefore to the Guru, because Shastram is only from the Guru. Therefore, he is committed to the Guru Seva. Guru Seva could be physically, say, doing Seva, or doing Seva to the Gurukulam, the ashrama where the Guru stays, showing his commitment so that the teacher teaches and thereby maintaining, having the 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 commitment and his contacts also, less contact. He doesn't have contact with all the people around, only contact with the Shastram and the Guru. That shows his commitment. Brahmachari Vratesitaha. Therefore, only we say refraining from contact with the opposite gender. That is also called Brahmachari, Vrata. Leading a life of continence, Brahmachari. So the idea is observing that lifestyle is to study the Shastra. Otherwise, the mind will get diverted all over. So therefore, not getting into any of such the liabilities, committing oneself into to the study of Shastra. Therefore, this can be followed by anyone. Anybody committed to moksha can be a brahmachari, even though being a grihastha. A grihastha also, when he studies Shastram, is considered to be a brahmachari only. A sannyasi also a brahmachari only. So it is not literally the brahmacharya ashrama. The brahmachari vrata is the vows, the commitment of a brahmachari. Brahmani acharanam. So Brahmani acharanam is shastra. Shastra which reveals Brahma. So that acharanam, therefore that is brahmachari. And being a student in those days, so the brahmachari also has to take bhiksha and eat. So whatever he gets from bhiksha, that he consumes happily, without any complaint, without any murmuring, because his focus is not on the food, his focus is not on the comfort, it's only on the shastram. Therefore, with whatever he gets, he survives himself and committing oneself to study of shastram, not bothering about what will happen tomorrow and all. That is a commitment. Even if it is required to live on the platform, the person is ready and go to the Gurukulam and study the Shastra. There were many people before like that. When Puja Swamiji was teaching, I heard from a sadhu. When Puja Swamiji told there was no place in the Gurukulam, all the rooms were filled. But this person was a brahmachari. That time now he's a great Swami. So wanted to study Shastra. We said, no rooms here. So next time now he said, if I want to study, that I'm ready to come every day and study and go. Even he chose to stay on the platform. But somehow he got some help from someone. And later he stayed in the Gurukulam itself. So that shows a commitment. Commitment to the Shravanam and Nididhyasanam. So the life of a brahmachari is anybody in any stage of life should commit oneself to leading the life of a brahmachari. As a brahmachari lives, so too the mumukshus commit oneself. That is the idea. So therefore, withdrawing from the associations, committing oneself to the Shastra. That is the Vrata. Brahmachari Vrate Sthitaha. Then only Shastra Palam one can really enjoy. Otherwise, the result will be far. So the more and more the person commits oneself to Shastram, not a cozy or comfortable listening, that commitment is required. Then only the result also will come. So we cannot complain about the result without caring about the means. The means are correct, the result will come. As Swami Vivekananda used to say, pay attention to the means as to the end. If the means are taken care, the end will come. No question about the end, why it will not come. It has to come, no choice. So therefore, Brahmachari Vrate Sthitaha, son, this person, Manasanyamya Machittaha, all these words refer to the person. The Dhyata, the yogi here, is Prashantatma, a beautiful word, Prashantatma. There was a Swami, Prashantatmananda, who passed away recently. So Prashantatma, Vigatavihi, another word qualifying this person, describe the person, and this person is Brahmachari, Vratesitaha, Brahmacharinaha Vratam, the Vratam of the Brahmachari. That is commitment to the student life. Brahmacharinaha vrataha, vratam, brahmachari, vratam, tasmin, brahmachari vrate, stitaha. And manasayamya machittaha. Manasayamya, that is one another. Manasayamya machittaha. Manasayamya, manaha sanyamya. Manaha sanyamanam. Sam, purvaka yam dhatu. Yam is uparame. Restraining. Restraining the mind. Restraining the mind. Disciplining the mind. Like the imagery which is given in the Kathopanishad. The chariot. The chariot is pulled by the horses. The generally you will see 4 horses. What about the another horse? Because pancha jnanendriya, we say 5 indriyas which draws the person to indriya vishaya. But only 4 horses you will see. What about the fifth horse? Fifth horse itself the chariot. That is a truk indriya, sharira. So 5, therefore 4 plus 1. Or in some picture you will see 5 horses. If it is 5 horses, then indriya becomes 6, including the chariot. Chariot is also 1. So therefore, these sense organs, as it is are controlled by the charioteer, he holds the reins. He holds the reins. That is Sanyamanam. That's what we call Shama and Dama. Shama is restraining the mind, and Dama is restraining the sense organs. So Manas Sanyamya. Manas Sanyamya, that this person as an adhikari before, Bhagiranga Sadhana, Shami, Dami, what he developed before. Now Manas Sanyamya is when he sits for meditation also, he has to withdraw the mind as in the Yoga Shastra. Pratyahara. Pratyahara. Pratyahara is called withdrawing the sense organs, withdrawing the mind from the external objects. So the Buddhi Sarati has to withdraw. Buddhim tu Saratim Viddhi Manah Pragrahamevacha. Atmanamatiram Viddhi Shariram Natamevatu. Kathopanishad. Indriyani hayanavabhu vishayagusteshu gocharan. Atmendriya mano yukta bhuktetyahur manishinaha. In Kathopanishad, this Manasayyamanam is talked about in the Tritiya Valli, in the second Valli. The second Valli of the first chapter, in the third Valli of the first chapter. Yastu avigyanavan bhavati ayuktena manasa sada tasyendriyani avashyani duštashva iva saratehe. Yasya yaha avigyanavan bhavati ayuktena manasa sada. When the mind is ayuktaha, when it is not disciplined, then what will happen? That mind will pull him all over like the horses which are uncontrolled. Whereas, yastu vijnanavan bhavati yuktena manasa sada tasyendriyani vashyani sadashva iva saratehe. Whereas, the mind of the person which is disciplined, that person vijnanavan bhavati, that person will gain jnanam. Whereas, the person who has indisciplined mind, he will not gain jnanam. And the mind of the disciplined person, yuktena manasa, referring to the person, yuktena manasa sada bhavati, yada bhavati, tada vijnanavan bhavati. Tasya indriyani pashyani. His indriyas are all within his fold. And it is like they are like the good horses. Obey the order of the driver, the charioteer. That is Sayyamanam, Manas Sayyamya. As it is done as Bhagiranga Sadhana, similarly here also, Manasayamya, all the way it is required. When you sit for meditation, mind doesn't directly, immediately goes into the withdraws itself and goes into the object of meditation. You cannot direct the mind into the object of meditation the moment you sit and close your eyes. It doesn't happen that way. The mind has to be slowly withdrawn. It takes time. So therefore, Manasayamya. In the beginning of the meditation, Manasayamya, that occupies the most of the time. Manasayamya, then machittaha. Manasayamya, machittaha. Withdrawing the mind, and okay, withdrawal is done. Then what? Then the withdrawal mind, the mind cannot remain just like that, having withdrawn. It has to be made to focus on the object of meditation. What is that object of meditation? Jaya Vishaya here, machittaha. Machittaha. Mayi chittam yasya saha. His chittam is mind in me. Who says me? Bhagavan says here. Bhagavan as Ishvara. Let the mind of the person be focused, concentrated on me. On me is, what is this me? Me can be Saguna Brahma or Nirguna Brahma. Brahma with guna, attributes, Saguna Brahma. It could be any form of the Lord, Rama, Krishna, Shiva, or Devi. That is Saguna Brahma. You are giving a form to the all-pervasive Lord. You are worshipping in a particular form the all-pervasive Lord. The Brahma you are worshipping with the form. That's called Saguna Brahma, Saguna Ishvara. And that is in the form of a particular Devata, Rama, Krishna, etc. The Jagat also can be looked upon. It's also Jagat is not can be looked upon. Jagat is Brahma. So everything the Jagat is looked upon as God, Ishvara. That is what is done in the 12th chapter. Vishwarupa Darshanam. This Vishwarupa, the form of this Jagat, meditating on the Jagat, Vishwarupa, meditating on Ishvara, who is in the form of this entire Jagat. So all the glories of this world is a glory of Bhagavan, Vishwarupa. So not containing the Bhagavan in a particular form, here the whole Jagat is looked upon as Ishvara. That is Vishwarupa Darshana. Vishwarupa, Bhagavan is looked upon as this Vishwa. That is another type of Saguna Brahma Dhyana. Therefore, object of meditation could be a particular form of the Ishvara, or it could be the Vishwa, the Jagat. Vishwarupa Darshanam, the 11th chapter, Vishwarupa Darshana. Bhagavan reveals, Krishna reveals his Rupam, which is in the form of this Vishwa. That's why it's called Vishwarupa Darshanam. Darshanam is seen. So that is also can be a type of meditation. Saguna, that is also Saguna Brahma only. Brahma with Sagunam. The Jagat becomes the Guna. The Jagat is the Upadhi. So taking the Jagat Upadhi, on that you superimpose Brahma. So Brahma with Jagat Upadhi, that becomes Saguna Brahma, and that is the object of meditation. Now, without any attributes, without any Upadhi, that is Nirgunam Brahma, meditating on Atma, which is revealed by the Shastram by the words Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, Brahma, or Nityaha, Shuddhaha, Muktaha, Puratanaha, Avinashi, iti, by these words. The Atma, which is Nirgunam, which is talked about, that Nirgunam Brahma, Param Brahma. So, therefore, meditating on Brahma with the help of these words, contemplating on Brahma with the help of these words, contemplating on their meaning. That is what is Nidhyasanam, and discovering the meaning of the words to be myself. That is Nirguna Brahma Dhyanam, that is called Nidhyasanam. So, therefore, here Nidhyasanam, what we say is Nirguna Brahma Dhyanam, Nidhyasanam. If it's Saguna Brahma, then it becomes Upasana Dhyana. That also one can do, but slowly one has to transfer from Saguna Brahma to Nirguna Brahma, because Saguna Brahma, there is Dvaitam, there is some idea about that's Upadhi. So that is Upadhi. With Upadhi. That is to start with. Without upadhi, can you think of something without upadhi? Can you think of you without this upadhi, without the sharira manasangata? That is what it is. The truth is. So that is nirguna brahma, that is nididhyasana. So as dhyanam, it could be saguna brahma or nirguna brahma. If it is saguna brahma, the object of meditation could be either this Vishwa or any devata. If it is nirguna brahma, it has to be the words of the Shastra. That is called vichara, atma vichara. Atma vichara, which is done while doing shravanam. Now further it is done intensively to remove the pratibandhas. So that becomes nididhyasanam. So therefore, machittaha, all these meanings are possible for machittaha. Mayi chittam. Mayi means it could be saguna brahma or nirguna brahma. It depends on the meditator. From saguna brahma, slowly the person can shift to nirgunam. When the nirgunam is difficult in the beginning, from sagunam to nirgunam. The idea is one's mind has to be absorbed in this Ishvara. That is dhyanam, and that is machittaha. When you meditate on the virtues of Ishvara, that is also a good meditation. The virtues of meditation, the Ishvara. So that virtues you cultivate, that is any virtue, if you take it in the absolute sense, and that can be meditated upon. Or a meditation also can be in the form of a prayer. That is also possible. Machittaha, all these meanings are possible. Machittaha. As nididhyasana, we can take the machittaha to be contemplating on the meaning of the words of the Shastram as revealed by the Guru. That is machittaha. That is the best right definition for nididhyasanam. Mayi means Mayi Ishvare. Mayi Brahmani. Contemplating on me. Who is that me? Brahma. And Brahma alone is revealed by so many words. Nityaha, Shuddhaha, Muktaha, Sabhavaha, Puratanaha, Avinashi, as we saw in the second chapter. Satyam Jnanam Anantam. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. What is Satyam? A long discussion is there, elaborate commentary. Similarly, Jnanam, similarly, Anantam, Advayam, Brahma. When you contemplate on the meaning, then when you discover the meaning to be yourself, then that is Vidyasana. And as we saw in Panchadashi, when it becomes intensified, then it becomes Samadhi. Then it becomes Samadhi. Samadhi is the matured stage of Nididhyasana. So all this we can connect with the other text what we study. So it's all connected. So therefore, machittaha, one word. Yuktaha san. Machittaha yuktaha. The word yuktaha can be one who is endowed with, or yuktaha means integrated person. Yuktaha, yuch, rasta pratyaya, yuktaha. Machittaha, yuktaha, san, asita, matparaha. Another word is matparaha. Machittaha, matparaha. Matparaha is, somewhere I saw matparaha, this mamaparaha. It's not mamaparaha, matparaha is mayi. That is mayi is agam. Agam eva paraha yasya saha. That is matparaha. Agam eva paraha. For whom I alone is the ultimate. For whom I alone is the ultimate. It means there is nothing other than Ishvara for that person. Ishvara is the goal and Ishvara is the ultimate. That is matparaha. Agam eva paraha yasya. Agam here referring to Agam Ishvaraha. Atma Brahma is a paraha. Bhagavan is a paraha. Lord is everything for that person. Therefore, there is nothing other than the Lord for him. Other than the Lord for him, other than the Lord to be gained by him. So that is matparaha. So Bahuri Samasa. Machittaha is Mayi Parameshware Chittam Yasya Saha. Matparaha is Agam Paraha, Yasya Saha, referring to the person. For him, the Paraha, the ultimate goal is Agam, Brahma. Brahma is a goal, Matparaha. That shows commitment to Brahma. Then that person only can sit. That person only can sit in meditation. Not Brahma also one of the goal. That person cannot sit. Is also one of the goal. When he's also one of the goal, the other goals are also being present. Then naturally the mind will be scattering all over Chaper. Therefore, complaining about the mind, which is always unsteady, moves from one object like the chanchala, what we call like the vayu, like the air, it doesn't stay in one place. It always moves here and there. So the mind is always flickering, moves here and there, doesn't stay in one place. Complaining about this. This is not the problem with the mind. It is problem with the commitment of the person. The person is committed, then why the mind should wander here and there? The more the commitment also doesn't grow in one day. So it grows over a period of time. As a person becomes mature, it grows. So when the person is completely committed, naturally will be completely focused. Then the controlling the mind is not a problem then. In fact, it is not controlling the mind. The mind is no more an object of disturbance. He enjoys the mind. It's a karanam, it's an instrument. Mat paraha. That is the meaning here. The mind subserving. The mind helps. The mind as a antakaranam, the mind, the antakaranam helps a person. It's a tool. So the mind makes itself available for the person for achieving the desired end. That is matparaha. Therefore, it means the mind is committed to moksha. The purushartha nishchaya. The person has got clear clarity with regard to what is desired, what is intended. Purushartha nishchaya. Yavasayatmika buddhi, as we saw in the second chapter. Clear, complete clarity with regard to the goal. Matparaha. What about the other goals? The person may have other goals, but other goals are meant only for subserving this goal, this moksha purusha. So therefore, machittaha, matparaha means for the person, Ishvara is the only object of dhyana, dhyaya vishaya. Matparaha is Ishvara is the only end to be accomplished. So dhyaya vishaya is only Ishvara, that is referred to by the word machittaha, and the sadhya is the end to be accomplished is referred to by the word matparaha. Again, it's a compound qualifying this person. The person for whom the Ishvara is the end to be accomplished, that is matparaha. For the person whom the Ishvara is the dhyaya vishaya, that is referred to by the word machittaha. All the words are beautiful words. When you become the meaning of these words, then you are a meditator. The end is not far away. Therefore, manasayam yamachittaha yukta asita may he sit. Asita may one asita remain. May the mind sit on meditation, thinking of me, having me as the ultimate goal, withdrawing from everything else. That is the meaning of this shloka, the beautiful shloka. Therefore, nididhyasanam. This is the sadhana, nididhyasanam. How nididhyasanam should be done? This is nididhyasanam. This is how nididhyasanam should be done. How nididhyasanam should be done is taught by the description of the meditator. When the meditator is described, meditation stands described. Only that such a meditator meditates. It means these are required for the meditator. When the meditator enjoys this qualification, then meditation becomes spontaneous. So all the antaranga sadhanas help, Bhagavad sadhana helps us to achieve this, the status of the meditator, and the meditator when he sits for meditation, he gains the end. without any difficulty. So this is the sadhanam, nididhyasanam. So this is nididhyasana. Nididhyasana. The shloka talks about nididhyasana. So having prepared, now nididhyasanam done. After that, what? What is the result of the nididhyasana? That is talked about in the next shloka. So you can see the connection of the shlokas. The next shloka is the result of nididhyasanam, otherwise called dhyana yoga. Dhyana yogasya palam. Dhyana yoga palam. What is that? Let us read. Yunjan evam sadatmanam
युञ्जन्नेवं तदात्मानं
yogi niyatamanasah
योगी
योगिनियतमानसः
नियतमानसः
shantim nirvana paramam
शान्तिं निर्वाणपरमां
samstamadhigacchati.
मत्संस्थाम् अधिगच्छति.
So yogi, that is dhyayi, meditator, yogi, yunjan, all from the same dhatu, yunjan, engaging, focusing. Yogi, atmanam, yunjan. Another word describes the yogi, niyatamanasah. Yogi, niyatamanasah, sada, evam, atmanam, yunjan, shantim, adhigacchati, nirvana paramam, vatsanstam, adhigacchati. The meaning should be very clear. When you arrange the words, the meaning becomes sputam. That is, this yogi, the meditator, who is Yunjan. Yunjan is Shatranta. Yunjan yogi, who is engaged in focusing. The yogi who is focusing, who is concentrating. When? Sada. All the time. Sada is always. Always means 24/7. You can take 24/7 or whenever time is available. Whenever time is available, in spite of the busy schedule, one must find time to do this. Therefore, sada. Sada meaning always. If you are a sannyasi, free from responsibilities, then sada. Always. His commitment is moksha. Otherwise, sada should be taken as one must devote time. One must devote time in spite of one busy schedule or whenever time is available. Whenever time is available means not in a week or in a month. Whenever time available in a day, any day during the time, any time during the day. So one must find that times. That is the meaning of the word sada. Always, even though it is always. So you can take that to be that it is sada means whenever he gets time during the day. That time we must practice this vidyasanam. Atmanam yunjan. Yunjan means yujadatu connection, connecting to this atma. It means focusing the mind. Atmanam yunjan. Evam. Evam is thus. Thus means what? As already explained before. All this thus referring to what has been described before. Described before what? Starting from Shuchodeshe Pratishtapya Sthiramasanam finding a clean place, spreading the asana, which is the place also not too high, too low. So starting from that, evam, that is referred to evam, thus. Then being seated in meditation and thus meditation, all these are referred to by the word evam. So starting from finding the place, preparing the seat, and connecting the mind with the object of meditation. So that is evam, evam unjan. Evam unjan, sada, always, atmanam, atmanam, atmanam referring to antakaranam. So connecting the antakaranam to what? The dheya vishaya, which is atma. Atmanam is antakaranam. Connecting the antakaranam with atma. It means focusing the mind on Atma. Yogi Atmanam Antakaranam Sada Yunjan Nididhyasanam Kuryat. That is the meaning. Dhyanam Kuryat. Connecting the mind with the object of meditation, may ye do meditation. Dhyanam Kuryat. And one more word is Niyatamanatsaha. All these words we just cannot gloss over. Very important words. Niyatamanataha. One, Manasaha, the mind, which is Niyata, which is Yata, which is restrained, which is because of restraint, therefore it enjoys tranquility. So Niyatamanasa means the one who has mastered the mind. Because the mind is mastered, therefore the mind it enjoys relative happiness. Mind is relatively free, relatively happy, relatively free. Therefore, the mind can be made to focus, made to direct the Jaya Vishaya, and therefore can be absorbed into the object of meditation. That is Niyatamanasa. So Niyatamanasa is the one referring to the person, the one who has mastery over the mind. Mastery over the mind is not just for the sake of mastery alone. Mastery over the mind is having say over the mind, and the mind can be now employed, can be directed towards the object of meditation easily, without any struggle, without any difficulty. Niyatamanasa. So Niyatamanasa, son, yogi, this meditator, Atmanam Sada Yunjan, Dhyanam Nididhyasan Kuryat. Okay, it does. So by that, what does it gain? Shantim Nirvana Paramam Matsamstam Adigachati. Adigachati is Labate Ityartaha. He gains. He gains Shanti. What is this Shanti? The Shanti is not that relative Shanti. Already he has cultivated relative Shanti. He is a sadhana chatushtaya sampannaha. Therefore, relatively he enjoys Shanti. Now he discovers the Shanti, which is oneself. That is Swarupa Shanti. That is Atma Shanti. Atma, which is always Shantaha only. Atma never gets disturbed. Only the mind gets disturbed. Because of the disturbance of the mind, one seems to be disturbed. In the disturbed mind, Atma is. In the undisturbed, the tranquil mind, Atma is. So Atma is never disturbed. So therefore, Shantim Adigachati, the person discovers the Shanti, gains the Shanti means discover the Shanti, and that is what Shanti, it is absolute Shanti. That is Moksha Ityartaha. Swarupa Shanti. It becomes Muktaha. We can say Jivan Muktaha Bhavati. The person becomes free, liberated. That is the meaning Shanti. One more word is a Nirvana Paramam. Nirvana Paramam Matsamstam. Either we can take everything to be that moksha, or we can take first he says Jivan Muktihi. Then Nirvana Parama is Nirvana, the word is used by the Buddhist. Nirvana. Nirvana Paramam. Nirvana Parama is it is moksha. Videha Mukti. Nirvana Parama is Videha Mukti, and Shanti is Jivan Mukti. So we can take like that also. So therefore he gains the Shanti, which is Parama Shanti, which is the form of the moksha, and Matsamstam. Matsamta is that which is obtained in me. Obtained where? In me. In me means in Atma, Atmani. Atmani, in the Atma, that Shanti is available. Matsamstam Shantihi. Mat Samsta. Samyak Sthita. In me, which is well placed, well obtained, well gained. Yasyaha sa. Vatsamsta. Tam. Vatsamstam. Shantim. Nirvana Paramam. Adigachati. That's why I said Swarupa Shanti. The Shanti, which is the nature of me, that is Atma, is what he gains. That is the result. Nirvana Paramam. Nirvanam Paramam. Yasyaha sa Nirvana Paramam. Shantim Vatsamstam adhigacchati. So he gains the Shanti, which is absolute Shanti. Nirvana Parama is, Nirvana means the Aikyam Ityartha, oneness with the total. That is why I said Videha Mukti. Shanti, if we take it as Jivan Mukti, the Nirvana Paramam Adhigacchati, we can take Nirvana Parama to be Videha Mukti. So Jivan Muktim Lavate, Jivan Muktaha Bhavati, Anantaram Maranat Anantaram Videha Muktaha Bhavati. It's always a Muktaha only. When Jnanam happens, when he gains Jnanam, it becomes Muktaha. This Jivan Muktaha, Viveka Muktaha is, as I told before, it's only from the standpoint of the viewers. From the standpoint of the world only, we say Jivan Mukti, Videha Mukti. Jivan Muktaha, Videha Muktaha. Jnani is Jivan Muktaha. Jivan Eva Muktaha. While living, he is free. Not that he will become free after death only. If it becomes after death only, it implies the Shariram is a problem, his karma is a problem. But they are all not real for a Jnani. It is Mithya. How can there be a problem? If Mukti is there, it is only one Mukti. Jivan Mukti, Viveka Mukti are the words which we use from the standpoint of the world, that the person, while living, is free. After death, he continues to be free. There is no Punarjanma, it doesn't come back. Because the Karanam, Ajnana itself is destroyed. Therefore, there will not be any Karyam. Karyam in the form of Sukshma Sharira, this Stula Sharira is not there for the person. Therefore, no coming back. Therefore, we say Aikyam, Nirvana Paramam, Shantim, Aikyam, Adhigacchati, oneness with Ishvara, Brahma. That is the meaning of the word Paramam. Matsamstam, Shantim, Adhigacchati. We'll stop here. We'll continue in the next class. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunvanti Divyaistavaihi Vedai Sangapadakramopanisadaihi Jayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yoginaha Yasyantam na vidusvara swaraganaha Devaya tasmai namaha. Om Purnamadah Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Dhanyavadaha.
धन्यवादः गुरुजी।
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಶರಣ್ಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ।
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಅಜ್ಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.